Welcome back. So now we're going to talk about the Market Barometer endpoint. The point with Market Barometer endpoint is going to give you an algorithmically calculated idea about the expected market direction in the short term. Let's have a look at the details. Again, to be able to get a fair understanding about the API endpoint, you just come to Share Predictions, then click on the docs here, and then click on the Market Barometer endpoint, where you find a lot of information about the filtering options, which kind of data is being returned, and even a code example that you can utilize to get the market parameter predictions. Before going into the details of this, let's talk about what these predictions are really supposed to mean. So the market parameter endpoint is returning algorithmically calculated market level predictions, and it is actually mentioned within the products itself, but maybe worth to mention here as well. These predictions are only indicative and are not supposed to be a financial advice in any form. These predictions, again, are made available on each market day. And if you, for example, use this link here as your URL endpoint, this is going to return the market level predictions that is calculated by our system on the date 2024 March 26th. And this is the day when the prediction itself is sent out. If you run this query or URL by using the API, you're going to get a response which is similar to this one. And there are different items here, as you can see. It's going to be returning the latest market date. This is the latest market date prior to this given date. So since the prediction itself is going to be sent out just a few hours before the markets are opened, so the latest market date then is going to be the latest market date that we had. For example, if it is Tuesday today, and assuming that Monday wasn't a market holiday, so the prediction sent out is going to be the date of Tuesday, and the latest market date is going to be the date of Monday, just the latest market date. And if the prediction sent on date happens to be, let's say, on a Monday, since markets are not open during the weekends, the latest market date is going to be the date of the Friday, assuming that the Friday was not a market holiday. So in this case, since we are filtering it based on the prediction sent on, and which is going to be equal to 2024 03/26, the latest market date happens to be 25th of March 2024. Prediction sent on that is also gathered in the result itself is 26th of March 2024. And prediction valid until means 2024 04/08. This means that the prediction is sent out on this date, and this prediction is made for the time period up until the given date here with prediction valid until. And it is going to give us an idea about the market direction itself from the date where we sent out the prediction until the prediction valid until date. And in the result, the returned result here, we see three different predictions. The first one is the market level volume weighted average prediction, which happens to be 0.65, which is 65%. And it indicates a bullish signal for the markets, at least based on the algorithmic calculation here. For which time period again? From the date when we sent out the prediction itself until the prediction valid until date. So another prediction for penny stocks markets, and another one for the common stocks of companies with the highest market capitalization. And these are going to be the top 500 companies with highest market evaluation, market cap, with other words. And that prediction happens to be, for example, in this particular case, 72%, which is shown by 0.72. It is good to remember that these predictions are updated on a daily basis. So we had a prediction on the 26th of March, for example, and the latest market date was 25th of March. But we are going to have a new prediction on the 27th of March. And when we send out that prediction, or when we make that prediction available in the system, the prediction sent on is going to be equal to 2024 03/27, and the latest market date is going to be in that case the same year and month, but 26. And obviously the prediction valid until date will also be updated, and maybe it's going to be the 9th of April, assuming that 9th of April is not a weekend day or market holiday. Predictions in the current version of the system are made for the upcoming 10 business days. In the next 10 business days, what's going to be the direction of the markets? Is it going to be bullish or bearish based on the algorithmic predictions that we have here? So let's have a look at some details now on a timeline. Let's say that we have received this response from the API endpoint, and this is our timeline. Let's try to put the things on a timeline now. So let's say that the latest market date is represented by this tick or this day. Each blue tick here is representing a particular market day. If that is the latest market date, the prediction sent on date is going to be the date of next one, next market date, with other words. And this given prediction is going to be valid until the given prediction valid until date, which is going to be further away in the timeline. In the current version of the API predictions, this prediction is provided for the upcoming 10 business days. From this day up until this day, are the algorithms expecting a bullish trend in the markets, in given markets, or a bearish trend? That is what we are trying to show. Now, let's have a look at the next one. Let's say that we have our timeline here. If the prediction for a given market, let's say either penny stock markets or markets overall, or maybe the top 500 companies with highest market capitalization, if the prediction happens to be bigger than 50%, then it indicates a bullish prediction or bullish expectation from the market. If it is below the 50%, it indicates a bearish expectation from the markets from the given prediction sent on date until the prediction valid until date. So, for this time period, so to say. So if the prediction itself gets closer to 0%, goes down from 50% and gets closer to 0%, it indicates an even stronger bearish trend on the markets. So if the prediction goes up and gets closer to 100%, then it indicates a stronger bullish expectation from the given market prediction. So why market barometer matters? Because it helps us with two things actually. With the help of the market barometer predictions, we are trying to get a fair understanding or fair prediction about the short-term market direction. In the next 10 business days, are we expecting that the markets are going to be going up from the point where they are today? Or are we expecting a bullish trend in the markets? It can also help us identify some outlier stocks. These predictions are market level predictions. And we also provide a separate prediction for each common stock that we're going to be talking about later on. It may be the case that the market level prediction is a bearish prediction and a very strong one. It may also happen that, maybe some stocks are indicating bullish trends. It may still be the case that the overall market direction is bearish. Some stocks can still go up in price, having a bullish trend in the short term. But it may also happen that even if the prediction for a given common stock is bullish, the overall market maybe is trending downwards, and maybe it's an outlier. Even if the prediction says that the price of the common stock is going to be going up, since the markets are going down, it is maybe quite likely that the prediction will fail. And even if the prediction is a bullish one, the price of the stock may actually go down. So it actually helps to look at both the market barometer prediction together with the specific common stock predictions to have a better idea about how the stock price can actually change with regards to the expected market direction. As an example, if the market level prediction happens to be very bearish, a strong bearish signal, then the risk of having outlier stocks, for the stocks where the algorithm says that the price is going to be going up, the risk of that prediction to be wrong is actually increasing as well. So after having all this information in place, so let's have a look at the code examples to understand how we can use these endpoints to be able to get the data that we need for market level predictions. So we are using Google Colab, as mentioned in an earlier video. We have our API key in an environment secret or variable. This is how we get it. We are also using the pandas to be able to manipulate the tables in Python. This is our endpoint URL, shapeprediction.com API market-barometer. And in the headers, we need to provide the API key that we saved in the environment variables. So this is the function that I wrote to be able to get the predictions. So I'm not going to get into the details of it. The link to this code is available down below, or you can just stop the video here and write it yourself if you like. So this function is basically getting the market level predictions for us with the given URL, headers, and parameters. The URL and parameters are already defined in the previous step, and we just need to provide the parameters. So let's say that we want to get the predictions from the date 2025 March 18th. We just say the prediction sent on is going to be 2025 03/18, and we are limiting the result to 1 because we only want to get the results from that particular day. And we just run this code as provided here, and we get the results in a data frame, as you can see here. The latest market date was 17th of March, and the prediction is valid until 21st of March. the market level volume weighted average prediction is 41%, penny stocks prediction sent on date, and the top 500 companies volume weighted average prediction. So we just got the predictions for one day only, but we maybe want to get predictions for several days. So there are different ways of doing that. And one way of doing that is to set the date and say that I want to start getting the predictions from this date onwards. Let's say we are defining our parameters here again, and prediction sent on date is going to be 2025 0301, but we are also adding __ GTE, indicating that the date is going to be equal to 2025 0301 and onwards, meaning GTE stands for here greater than or equal to, we want to get the predictions starting from the 1st of March and later predictions after this date, but we don't want to get the predictions earlier than this date. And we're also saying that we are limiting the number of predictions that are returned to 10, and this request now is going to return 10 predictions at a time, and there's going to be a next field in the return results. If the entire result is going to include, let's say, 50 predictions in total, the first 10 will be returned first. There's going to be a next field in the return results. By using the next link, you can get the next 10 and next 10 again and next 10 again and so on. So this logic is actually implemented in the example here, and it's also available in the API documentation at sharedpredictions.com. And if you just run this code, as you can see, we get lots and lots of predictions here starting from 2025 0301, and this is the market level predictions starting from this date. It is possible in the Colab that you can use different functions here to get a better understanding about the returned data. For example, the first one here converts this data frame to an interactive table. If you just click on that one, we see a nicer looking table here with better filtering options, for example. You can filter quite a lot of things. But it's also possible to say how many rows you want to see in the results, maybe 10 or maybe 20, 25 and so on. Yet it's also possible to just click on this button here and check out some suggested charts. And it's going to provide you a lot of suggested charts, or you can also generate your own charts as well. So if you happen to use Google Colab, all of this functionality will be available by default. So this is the Market Barometer endpoint. And in the next one, we're going to be talking about ticker predictions endpoint. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next one.